Time now for my royal masterminds, Lady Colin Campbell and Phil Dampier. And a Mail on Sunday exclusive has reported that global superstars David and Victoria Beckham are the latest people to be Markled, a term coined by critics of the Duchess of Sussex for people ditched by her, with the Beckhams said to be furious after they reportedly accused them of leaking stories to the press. Now, despite Posh and Becks attending the couple's royal wedding back in 2018, there was no reciprocation at Brooklyn Beckham's star-studded wedding or in Miami recently, as Harry and Meghan were notably absent from Becks' grand unveiling of new Inter-Miami footballer Lionel Messi at an event that featured Kim Kardashian, Serena Williams and LeBron James. So, Lady C, you've got some exclusive information about what went on between the Beckhams and the Sussexes, don't you?
Well, I was told that, in fact, Meghan didn't markle them, they markled her, because David Beckham discovered that Meghan had been spreading the word that he and his wife, particularly actually his wife, had been leaking stories about them, and about her, and he was so furious that he is the one who has markled her. He evidently confronted Harry and effectively told Harry, you know, you and your wife can take a flying leap. My wife and I don't need to leak stories about you. And I mean, he evidently didn't say it, but the implication was, excuse me, we are at least as famous as you. Why would we condescend to leak stories about you, and worse, your non-entity of a wife?
And so this all took place, you believe, in a conversation between David and Harry? Is that right?
Yes, basically. That's what I was told.
Wow, OK. Phil Dampier, your take on this?
Well, I can well believe what Lady C is saying, Dan. Good evening. I mean, the other factor, of course, is that David Beckham, I mean, he absolutely worshipped and adored the late Queen. I mean, he was a massive fan of hers, so I wouldn't have thought he was terribly happy about the way that Harry and Meghan treated her. But I think Lady C's right. You know, when we look at the arrival of Lionel Messi the other night and Serena Williams was there and the Kardashians or whatever, you know, it's the other way around now, isn't it? I think Harry and Meghan are the ones who are missing out because they're no longer associated with Becks, Posh and Becks, who are probably bigger stars than they are now. So, you know, they're the ones who are losing the connections. I mean, if you cast our mind back 5 years to the wedding, and I still can't believe it's 5 years ago, but all these people turned up, didn't they, these celebrities? And we thought, how do they know all these people? And, of course, the answer is they didn't. So it's hardly surprising that some of these so-called friendships haven't lasted very long.
No, indeed, indeed. And shame on you if you turn up to a wedding having either never met the person or literally having had one conversation with them once. Now, look, King Charles's Scottish tailor has told journalists he would be delighted to craft a kilt for Prince William to wear, despite Wales's reluctance to follow in the footsteps of his father. So King Charles, you know, he's always been very fond of kilts. His eldest son, however, avoids them, despite the family's close links to the country. So Lady C, does Prince William have a duty now as heir to the throne, as the Prince of Wales, to wear a kilt for certain Scottish engagements?
Well, I would have said yes. You know, my nephew by marriage is the chief of the clan Campbell, which is the largest and biggest clan. There's a protocol in Scotland. Highlanders wear kilts, Lowlanders do not. They wear trews. Balmoral is in the Highlands. Also, the king is the King of Scotland. Prince William will one day be the King of Scotland. A part of how he arrived in England as king was via the Stuarts. This, you know, so why is he ignoring the fact that he owes, as a future King of Scotland, he owes, I suppose you'd say, respect to the Scottish people to wear their national dress, because they do. And I mean, I don't expect him to wear it all the time. And in fact, the protocol is that a Lowland Scot does not wear a kilt, and that you really are not supposed to wear kilts except in the Highlands.
But Phil Dampier, I guess the counter-argument, this could be part of William's modernisation.
Yeah, he's been to the Highland Games in Braemar once before wearing a suit. I don't think that went down very well. That was about 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
We got the Highland Games the first weekend in September. I would expect him, if he does turn that, I think he will have to wear a kilt. He doesn't like wearing them. I mean, I've got so many fond memories of covering that event and seeing the Queen and the Queen Mum and Prince Philip. So watching people. The photographers, of course, always trying to get shots up the kilts to see if they could get any crown jewels. Not that they
God, you don't want that. OK, but Lady C and Phil both agree. William, I'm sorry, like it or not, you're going to be king. You're going to have to grow to love the kilt, I guess. Phil, Dampier, Lady C, thank you both so much. We'll speak later in the week.